You know what's interesting? I don't know if I've ever seen tampons in a video game before.
Isn't that neat?
What's going on, everyone? Peter Hunt Spitzek here with Cristian Macias, taking a look at Lorelei and the Laser Eyes this time. Cristian, you've played a little bit of this game. I've sort of been intently watching this thing from the sidelines, from trailers and whatever, because I'm interested. But now that you've played it, and I know it was one of your most anticipated games of the year, I'd love to hear what you think.
Ab imo pectore, Peter. I am so excited to finally be able to talk about this game. Yeah, I've been eyeing this one, one for quite a bit. Developed by Simogo, most notably developers of Sayonara Wild Hearts, and published by Annapurna Interactive. This is such a special game, even early on.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So we talked a lot about Animal Well and the ways like puzzles connect and are in dialogue with each other in that game, and this is very much my Animal Well, very chill, very almost atmospheric in a way. I played a good amount last night, and the telltale sign of a truly special game for me is when I start getting almost Tetris effecty when I'm going to sleep.
Sure. You see when you
it
close
was
your
beyond
eyes.
that, Peter. I had dreams about solving puzzles in this game.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It is so cool, and this game pretty much early on tells you it's best enjoyed with like dim lighting, either some headphones, and a pen and paper. And Annapurna Interactive, yep, they have a little notebook that you can buy and make things a bit easier for you. My notebook is a mess. I will not be sharing pictures of that because of spoilers, but yeah, we're gonna get into it. The game just starts, by the way.
Okay.
It just starts.
Because it's a little bit more narrative focused, right? Or is it pretty puzzle heavy right away? Oh, it's locked.
Pretty puzzle heavy right away. The very first thing you see is that your car is locked, and you open up your inventory. You got two things: your car keys, not a squid.
Those tampons?
Little tampons.
Yeah.
Tampons. Yeah. You never know.
Hey,
You never know when you might need one.
I'll tell you what. You open any woman's purse, it's in there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, so this is kind of like text-based, huh? A little bit, or?
Yes. So for some things, it is a bit more text-based, the way you interact. Mm-hmm. Others, not so much. Very much, almost. If you played The Witness, it's like all symbols, decoding symbols. Do you have the right information to even attempt to decode the symbols? Check your notes. That type of deal.
Interesting. So, maybe we'll see here in a second. I've not played Sayonara Wild Hearts, but I am familiar with its, with what it is, right? Is this, like, because that game is like almost like a big rhythm game that's like an album, right, you know what I'm saying? Is that game, is there like DNA of that game in this at all, or not really?
I have not in the time that I've spent in it, not so as much. Hold on, I do want to briefly mention.
Yeah.
This is really cool. The first thing you find is like an actual instruction booklet, as if you would find like with like a physical copy of the game.
Yeah.
Kind of the premise of it. So I like this note. It requires knowledge of real life systems like the 24-hour clock, Roman numerals, etc. Like it's telling you up front the kind of game it's going to be, how to play the game, stuff about. We're gonna skip all this stuff. I'll explain it as we play, but. Advice for how to solve puzzles and how the mechanics and systems of the game work, which I found really interesting. This advice and tips page is going to be really useful for some stuff later on. I'll linger there for just a second. And here we go. Oh, a photo fell out of the instruction manual. Let's look at the photo.
Let's take a look. Oh no, is that you?
Is it?
It looks like
some
you.
kind of woman with blood or red paint coming out of her eyes. We've got to figure out what the truth is. Here's our first puzzle. And luckily, they've made it easier for us. Thank you, Simogo. 1962, and the next year, Ab imo pectore R. Nero. So you'll see a picture pop up a bit later on. I wrote down some notes for this playthrough that we have, and I'll share them kind of to see what that looks like. That note will come up in just a second as we begin to explore.
Can I tell you something? I am like already so into everything that is happening here. I mean, I'm a big puzzle guy. Are you like a big puzzle game fan?
huge, but like the right one has to like strike me, and this one struck me. You know what I mean?
100%.
And there you can see when you encounter something that you like can't quite do, it'll make a mental note for you that you can check later on, and we'll see that in just a couple of minutes.
Okay. In terms of, it encourages you to use pen and paper to keep track of notes and stuff like that. Is that, would you say that the game is kind of obtuse intentionally to force you to do that, or is it just to aid you along? You know what I'm trying to say?
It's to aid you along. There's a couple of stuff that you like need to figure out by like combining symbols or letters and decoding that really like having a pen and paper handy just makes it easier to work out. Not everything, like some stuff you can just use with like a phone. And actually you'll see that in just a second. Here we go. Another piece to the puzzle. Find the year. Find the year.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rudy, for letting us know.
Rudy, very cute.
And you'll see how this, right?
I like also that it's being told through the perspective of, that's gotta be a year, huh? Get that lock open. I like it's like being told through the perspective of these like security cameras.
So here we go.
Oh.
Here's our look at our menu. We can see the truth recovered from our playthrough, only 0.8%, where we are, our stress level, temperature, caffeine influence. We can drink espresso, and whether or not we have to go to the bathroom, as well as money.
That's that me espresso.
So photographic memory. Our protagonist has photographic memory. We can anything we picked up, we can take a look at, and kind of pull whenever to mess with inventory. So we saw 1962 and
the next year, so 1963, because it says find the year, right?
All right.
Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah.
Putting it together.
Let's look at our mental notes.
These are just like
I mentioned
objectives
earlier. Absolutely. Things that you still need to do. Personal history, all the things that you've done in real time. Sorry, not real time.
Gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah. And of course, just our current possessions again. We can take a look at that, see what we have. And of course, if you want to learn about the invention of tampons, here we go.
I had no idea, from the early 1930s. You know what's interesting? I don't know if I've ever seen tampons in a video game before.
Isn't that neat?
It's so interesting. I mean, like it's such a normal part of people's lives, and yeah, interesting. Never seen that before. 63. Let's see it. That's what I'm talking about.
So satisfying. We're so smart, aren't we?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Ooh. Does it say save room?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's more than that. But I won't spoil what that is.
So something that I really like about Animal Well that we sort of talked about when we did our video on it is like the idea of like learning how to play the game as part of the mystery and learning what to look for as part of what that is. Is this similar? I'm assuming yes, based on your reaction. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely, dude. And you'll see like I'm even obtaining new things that will help me later on. Things that I haven't even actually figured out entirely what to do with, or the things that, how to combine certain things. But yeah, the entire language of the game is learning how to interact with it, which is, I think, for me, the fun of it.
Yeah, okay. Oh, just calculator. Okay.
Yeah, very basic for now. We can install new things on this thing, but what am I writing? Oh, flip that over.
And I am. Nice. Classy. Absolutely classy.
Yeah,
what is it, Stellar Blade?
Nice.
Yeah. So that's just there. I mean, that's just, you said you're able to install new things on it?
Yes. I haven't found anything else to install on it, so I don't know what, but I have found some disks to use with the computer save room stuff that, well, I won't spoil.
Sure. I'm so... Oh, wait. Meet me inside or journey 116 years back in time.
Yeah. So, luckily for us, we've got a little bite-size Game Boy Pocket thing. Pull that bad boy up. Why not use the calculator we have in-game, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, yeah, so 1962 minus 116. So that's going to give us...
You'll see...
1846.
Right. And here's where I messed up a little bit in this game, in this playthrough. I did the wrong year, Peter.
I was going to say it, because it's not that year. It's the year after,
It
right?
was the following year. You're going to see me mess up for just a second.
So, yeah, so 47 it should be, I think.
Right, and I was like, wait, hold on. What did I do here? You see me thinking for just a second, like, hold on, wait, no, it's the following year, right? Yep, 100%.
Dude, I'm so all about this. Like, this is just so, like, my speed. Is there music? I can't really hear much.
It's very briefly. It's just it's ambience.
Yeah, okay.
Ambience.
So we were
got
sort
another
of,
puzzle here. and you're going to see me interact with things outside of the game. I'm using my phone calculator. I'm doing lots of trial and error. I, of course, skipped a lot of the trial and error here, and you'll see me like place a picture of what my napkin looked like for just a second here in just a minute.
This is kind of fun. It's like almost like you're like a good video producer or something like that.
All right,
like
2014.
Creative way to.
Yeah, here we go.
Dang.
That work?
Is it 2014?
God, so good at math.
He got it. Is there a lot of math in this, you think? I guess if it gives you a calculator straight off the bat.
Nothing too crazy.
Okay.
I'll say that. We're not like multiplying or dividing anything. It's like just adding stuff.
Okay. I can handle that. So I sort of asked before, and we said we'd come back to it. So is there any sort of like Sayonara Wild Heart inspiration or DNA in here?
Not that I'm seeing, and that's my knowledge of the game is like that. That is just 100% like a rhythm-based game.
Yeah, it's like a playable album narrated by Queen Latifah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
By the way, this is me stopping remembering. Hold on. I almost missed something from my original playthrough. I need to get this.
How did you know that?
Good old American dollar.
Or is that just what you found from like exploring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, there's like no rhythm-based game, but in terms of narrative from Sayonara Wild Hearts, like, I don't know how obtuse or how much like meta-textual that game gets. If that's the case, if that's a yes for Sayonara Wild Hearts, then I can see how the language of those two games would relate with. Sorry, the language of Sayonara would relate to Lorelei here.
Sure. Oh, that sent a shiver down my spine. Change the title to the Laser Eyes.
Yeah. More action.
Oh, is this about the making of the game? Is this like adaptation with
It all goes back to the
Nick Cage?
frustrations with the creative arts, doesn't it?
I love, maybe this is because I'm like pretentious, but I love art about art. You know what I mean? About like creation.
I know, I get it.
I
Real
love
quick, Peter. Here's a notice board. This is gonna guide us the way we interact with the hotel. I'm gonna pick one thing that I found for this playthrough. A note on the exhibition, and as we're reading this, seems pretty standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in a second here, I'm gonna click out of it as one does. Oh, there's something right on the back of the note.
Uh-oh.
Right? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What is this? It's flipped. We could strain our eyes and try to read it slowly, but why don't we use the technology that we have?
So he takes a picture and he flips it. Come on now.
Yeah. Come on now.
now.
And we can read it together. This is just me aligning it for the shot.
Sure. And then do you just go into edit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Opened. This is me forgetting for a second, by the way, how to do that.
I was going to say, I don't know if I could do it like right off the top of my head. Second floor, open it to the enlightened.
Have you taken the challenge of knowledge and are ready to step out into the world of true art? Are you the foretold Nocens Moulier? We welcome you, the real connoisseur, to see it all in the Red Gallery on the second floor.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for this. I'm a big, I really like the stuff Annapurna has done recently. One of their other puzzle games that I really got a kick out of was Maquette. Did you play that?
Oh, I never finished it, but I played a good chunk, yes.
I liked it a lot. Is there any voice acting in this? Was there voice acting when they were talking? No.
I mean, there's very small like mutterings. Like it was like blah 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 blah, but it's nothing like an actual person talking to you.
More of a sound effect than anything else, huh?
You can notice there's like arrows everywhere. You can explore different rooms. Of course, I'm not doing that because it's you should be exploring this on your own. And I'm trying my best not to spoil anything for anyone's playthrough that they want to do of their own. This is very much the very beginning, bare minimum of what we can do in just like one avenue of this hotel.
What are you playing this on? What are we recording this on?
This is I'm playing on PC.
Okay.
Espresso machine.
Oh, okay.
Do we have anything? Nope, nothing to make.
No,
espresso.
I guess not, huh?
But I did want to point out here, there's these posters that lie around various rooms of the hotel. I'm not going to solve that for you. You should solve that yourself. But just a quick note.
Something to keep an eye on.
These things are in dialogue with each other.
Yeah. I love this is so striking looking too, just like the black and so I saw you sort of like walk into a corner there. Is controlling this? Is it like tank controls or is it like 3D movement in the space?
It's 3D movement. Yeah. We triggered something.
I guess we triggered something.
Didn't we?
Yeah. Talk to the man.
Signorina, I am happy like 1,000 children to see you. Please forgive my absence. I had some matters I need to discuss with the Americans.
I would go red substance first thing. Thank you very much.
I'm so glad you chose that. So glad. This man, by the way, very cryptic.
Yeah.
And later on, I skip a little bit of his dialogue just for the sake of time, interest of time, but also for the sake of your own.
I don't want to know a single damn thing about this. I mean, like I'm so invested. This is for me. Like I said, I was sort of watching this one from like excited about new trailers and whatever else. But I think just watching you play this and hearing you talk about it, just like this is a day one for me.
We're gonna get into an interesting puzzle here that I found pretty cool.
Yeah, let's take a look. Is a lot of it sort of this more like environmental puzzles in the way of like Resident Evil, where you like need item, go get item. Once you find the item, you bring it back and you use that to open the door, or is it? Yeah.
There are those like there's a place to place a square peg something in this place, but it's also like you can't do this puzzle until you've figured out how to solve a different set of puzzles, which to me is reminiscent of stuff like The Witness.
Yeah. Oh.
There's a little phone book of people's numbers,
and
also, but we're ill-equipped to handle this so far. Let's continue. A little telephone, a little TV set.
Surveillance monitor.
Oh, that's somebody? A woman painting in the garden? Question mark.
She's got the same hair as the photograph we saw. I'll tell you that right now. At least it looks like it.
1963, last year.
I do like
they do a pretty good job. You know, the underlining, like they're helping you out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like understanding like what is the actual pertinent information here. So that because like I think like I'm a big fan of escape rooms. Oh, I love that as a puzzle idea.
You see that? Yeah, you gotta make the numbers here. What do the numbers mean, Mason?
The eggs, Mason. What do they mean? As a fan of like escape rooms and stuff like that, I really have a hard time sometimes when they give you too much information and you're like, what was I supposed to parse from that letter? You know what I mean? Whereas this underlined last year, underlined 1963, perfect.
Yes,
2014
absolutely,
key.
dude. Yeah. So here we go. In the interest of time, the 2014 door.
What could be behind it? Not for long. It's not.
It's locked. Right?
Did we find out what the first key does or no? I mean, like, did we?
That was the car key.
Oh, it was. Okay. Oh, jeez. Is it spooky? It feels a little spooky.
It's there's like a sinister cosmic horror underlying everything about this game, so it's creepy and atmospheric.
Yeah. Is the atmosphere of the ambiance, because again I can't like hear it super great. Is it very sinister? Maybe is that the right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That wasn't so bad.
Yeah. Insidious is also another good word. Like there is something that like is unspokenly or unknowingly evil about this, but you don't know what.
Sure. That's so interesting because like this is such a departure for I'm forgetting the name of the studio. Do you remember it?
Yes.
Yeah, something.
Simogo?
Simogo. Yeah.
Simogo.
It's such an interesting departure because it's my understanding Sayonara Wild Hearts is extraordinarily like positive and like uplifting. I mean, like I said, like Queen Latifah narrates the whole thing. It's a breakup album, but like I think the message is like it gets better. But okay, just some.
This is just me finding a note that I didn't even find in my original playthrough, so I'm stopping on it for a second. Here we got some video cassette boxes, and I won't go through all of them, but they play a big part. Cinema plays a big part in the way you interact with a lot of the game's puzzles. Whether it be like cinema posters or videos, and so we just stopped briefly for one, just to get that dollar and get a date, just to see.
I'll tell you, that's cinema. That's right up your alley.
Me?
Yeah,
like movies?
Oh yeah.
You sure?
Uh huh.
No.
So I assume like if you're writing, I would be writing stuff down to like 2014 video cassette room, like just because like okay, we don't have a cassette, but like that's where that was, right? Is that the sort of stuff you're taking notes on, or?
Dude, I've got various notes, various layouts of numbers, how numbers intersect, what symbols mean, paths, pictures of various things I don't want to mention. My notes are a mess. I've had to like block off sections, be like, this is this section, this is that section. And I might do a separate page of notes and just redo my original notes just to make things easier.
Do you find it to be helpful, or is it the sort of thing where you're kind of able to get through it without it?
A little bit of both. I like going a bit of the extra mile for a game like this. I think you can get through it with the bare minimum of like, pulling up the calculator on your phone or in game and just doing that and pulling up a letter or two, and that's about it. This is an interesting puzzle because I realized it's different from my original playthrough, and I was using a wrong set of decryption. This is me just trying to get out of that little keypad. If you notice, there's a lithograph there on the wall.
Yeah.
And abstract shapes looking like something. And then this is the title of that lithograph. So I wrote that down. I won't say what that answer was, the Roman numerals. You can figure that out yourself. But I did decrypt the little lithograph there.
Okay.
And so I can put in the answer to that Roman numeral by using that lithograph. Voila.
Oh, I see. So the Roman numeral was the title of the lithograph and the actual number. I told you, it was her. I knew it. I have the laser eyes.
Peter, this is Lorelei and the laser eyes.
It's so true. Oh,
no,
man.
Peter, this is me wrapping up. This is a sneak peek. This is the
more.
rundown.
I want it more.
I
want more. It looks so good.
Luckily, they got a minute or two of me just walking around the garden.
That's
what I mean?
Perfect. I want more. I'm so into this.
Look at that. There's that Resident Evil style. There's a peg in that horse's
neck
skull.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that this is your whole weekend here, huh?
Well, I got a little Seattle trip, but otherwise,
I guess it's
yes, it would be. It would be. Yeah.
Well, dang, yeah. This looks pretty sweet. I'm absolutely on board. It seems like an easy recommendation to any puzzle game fans. Would you say?
Oh my god. Way more than easy. This game is fantastic, dude. It's like it's taken over my mind. Like I told you, I went to sleep thinking about it, and then I dreamt about it.
Sure. So I know this is on the Switch and PC. Is this on Xbox or PlayStation? That's it. All right.
That is it. Those two.
All right.
1847. Another recurring date, huh?
Huh. Maybe this lady here was up to something. Well, yeah. This looks just spectacular. So there you go. Lorelei and the laser eyes.
Catch you in the next rundown.
Catch you in 1943. What?
2014.
Oh my gosh. 10 years.
Remember that year?
10 years. I do.
10 years ago, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's kind of loud.
Yeah.
All right, bye.